I'm Mark.
And I'm Alex.
And this is Alter Ego. We're starting over again.
Take 3!
I'm Mark.
And I'm Alex.
And this is Comics Are Awesome, brought to you by Alter Ego Comics. We are two guys slinging comics for a living, and every week we read a bunch of new comics, report back to you on the ones that we like the best, the comics that are awesome. This week, my pick is Firefly #1, written by Greg Pak, art by Dan McDade. This is the first Firefly issue published by Boom Studios. So Dark Horse has lost the license. They did some great books under the Serenity title. I believe there were 5 different volumes of Serenity collected editions that were available. They were all miniseries. This, I believe, is the first ongoing Firefly series, and as the name may indicate to you, these are stories set within the Firefly TV time frame. So Wash is still with us, and this first issue and this first arc is setting up some backstory of Mal and Zoe during their time with the battle for independence. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
It took 2 tries, but we got it.
Yes. Resistance, rebellion, independence, one of those things. So we're going to get to see that time period, which really plays a big part in the TV series and the movie, and really sets the stage for the character of Mal Reynolds. So I am really looking forward to what comes next, but in this first issue, Greg Pak does an excellent job of getting the characters' voices down. There's humor, there's action, there's drama, there's everything you loved about the TV series Firefly, but in comic book form. So who is this for? It's for Firefly and Serenity fans. It's for anybody that likes space westerns. People that enjoyed probably Star Trek would enjoy this as well.
If you like Joss Whedon stuff, it
captures
tone very well.
Buffy, Angel, Avengers, any of that stuff. Whedon has a certain help me out.
Goodness. If you like good stuff.
Words fail me. If you like good comics and good stories, this is for you. This does feature some involvement from Joss Whedon. I believe he's on as kind of in a producer role. Or not at all. It's created by Joss Whedon.
It was created as part of the universe.
But he has checked it out, and there are interviews with him floating around out there talking about how he was really impressed by this first issue, as was I. So Firefly is here. Come and get it.
It's very shiny. All right, so my first pick is The Unstoppable Wasp #2, written by Jeremy Whitley, and art by I'm not even going to try either. So I believe last time you picked Unstoppable Wasp #1 last time,
yes.
And I'll pick #2 because it's really fun, guys.
It's unstoppable.
It's unstoppable. It's just fun. This one I really enjoyed because it's a girls' date night with, I guess I'm talking about a lot of date nights with Janet. Janet Van Dyne is here. Last time she was on a date with Tony, now she's on a date with Nadia. It's
like a girls' night out?
But a girls' night out date. Yeah, it's not a date. It's let's just hang out and have fun. And, of course, they're like, we'll turn our phones off. It'll be fine. If there's bad stuff, the Avengers or Champions or any other superhero that lives in New York City.
Great Lakes Avengers.
Anybody can take care of it.
Squirrel Girl.
Of course, no, they can't. These guys solve it. But they solve it with science. Science! But yeah, it's a fun, lighthearted. It's nice. You need to read stuff about Nadia. She's fun. She's the daughter of Hank Pym, of his first wife, that I don't know her name.
Mrs. Pym. She was Russian.
Yeah, she got trained in the Red Room. But yeah, it's a fun read. I always recommend Unstoppable, any kind of Wasp, be it Unstoppable or Champions.
Any white Anglo-Saxon Protestant.
Not just those. But yeah, it was fun. It's a fun read. You should check it out and just have fun with it.
And if you're just watching us for the first time, I'm a huge fan of Jeremy Whitley's Unstoppable Wasp. There was a prior series to this, I believe, that ran, I want to say 8 issues.
I want to say 8 issues also, because this is
Legacy
number 10.
Marvel, thank you. So you can jump right in with this new series, or go back and check out the original Unstoppable Wasp series to that lays the groundwork of where we are now.
And if you like her, check out Champions too, because she is on the Champions, and it's very much the same flavor.
What my next pick was, because I thought Alex was done talking.
I'm never done talking. That's the tricky part.
Next up for me, Wonder Woman #58. I honestly don't know if I've ever picked a Wonder Woman title in the how many years of Alter Ego Comics TV and Comics Are Awesome. I seriously don't think I have. This is the first issue by new creative team G. Willow Wilson as the writer and Carrie Nord as the artist. G. Willow Wilson, most well known these days for her work on Ms. Marvel, creating the character of Kamala Khan. Fantastic character, another essential part of the Champions. Carrie Nord has done work on Conan and a bunch of other stuff. This is a great team, great writer-artist team, and it is kind of a shot in the arm for Wonder Woman. I'm really excited. I was excited to read this issue because I like what Wilson has done with Ms. Marvel and some of the other stuff that she's written. I want to see how she handles Wonder Woman, and this first issue starts off with a bang. We may see the crumbling friendship between Wonder Woman and one of her supporting castmates. There's drama. It's all the stuff from Firefly. I could just repeat it. Drama, action, humor, amazing artwork by Carrie Nord. If you have bailed out of Wonder Woman at one time or another, or you've been curious about picking up a Wonder Woman comic book, this is a great place to start. And I'm really, as I said, anxious to see where Wilson takes the character. Wonder Woman needs to be written as strongly as Superman and Batman. She's part of the Trinity over at DC Comics. Batman has been firing on all cylinders for so many years. Superman now has Brian Michael Bendis writing Superman in action. We need a strong Wonder Woman title, and I think G. Willow Wilson is the one to do that. So this is a great opportunity to get in at the ground floor of what will hopefully be an epic run.
My next pick, I feel like we need more Joss Whedon in our life. Sure, we had Firefly, and you just said that's similar. Wonder Woman is similar, but nothing is similar quite like something that it actually is Joss Whedon. The script was by Joss Whedon himself. Dr. Horrible. Horribles. Words are hard. Dr. Horrible and Best Friends Forever. It is a one-shot that the script was written by Joss Whedon. It doesn't actually say who wrote it, I don't think.
This is what I was thinking of when I was talking about Firefly earlier about the script. Yeah,
the script is written by Joss Whedon himself, so I don't know who actually adapted it, and I don't know if it was like, well, it's good enough. We'll just
nobody adapted it. He did it.
So
he scripted the whole thing. That's what this is.
Oh, okay.
And then there are two different artists. That's the thing that threw me.
Okay, so yeah, and they're names that I will butcher. So.
Written by Joss Whedon.
But written by Joss Whedon himself.
Dr. Horribles.
Dr. Horrible and his Best Friends Forever, where Dr. Horrible himself and Captain Hammer are, in fact, best friends. Now, you fans of the musical may be like, what? And that's right. Something happens, and you'll find out why they're friends. But they're like the odd couple of friends, I guess, when they're together. Because like, oh, we love you, but you're kind of still my villain and rival, and it's a fun it definitely feels.
It's a one shot, right?
It's a one. It is a one shot. I want more of this though because I need more Dr. Horrible. And whenever I was reading it, I was like, oh, I have the songs running through my head because it captures the tone perfectly, which makes sense, seeing how it was written by Joss Whedon himself. But yeah,
if you have not seen Dr. Horrible, seek it out. Buy it on DVD or Blu-ray or digital. Look for it on Netflix or Amazon Prime or whoever has it.
Buy it any way you can.
Originally aired as web installments.
That sounds.
I remember like waiting to watch the next installment.
Early internet, pre-YouTube.
Well, not was it?
I think it was pre-YouTube. I don't know.
It was about 7 years ago, give or take, maybe more. Anyway,
yeah.
Seek it out. It's amazing.
And if you like it, if you like Joss Whedon stuff, you'll like it. You'll have looked at you'll track it down. But yeah, definitely check out this one shot. It's awesome and very musically awesome.
All right. Next up for me, it's a twofer, two books that I've enjoyed in the past, that I continue to enjoy, that I will continue to stress that you should check out. Captain America, number 5, by Ta-Nehisi Coates and Lineal Francis Yu. This continues the first story arc under Coates and is post-Secret Empire. Steve Rogers is dealing with mistrust within the government, within the public, after the Secret Empire debacle. And there's a kind of a new evil power base that's moving in to establish a foothold and to rock Steve's world. Best looking book on the stands this week. I think I said that about issue 3 as well. Lineal Yu is bringing his A game to this, and Captain America is a great character to show off his artistic ability. Captain America is still great. We're only 5 issues in, so it's not too late to get on board. Also, Star Trek, the animated series versus Transformers issue number 2. This is by Mike Johnson and John Barber. Artwork by Philip Murphy. This is so cool. I was just talking to one of our customers in the store about this today, actually. The animation, the illustration is straight up from Star Trek the Animated Series, and that's one of the things I love about it. It's so good, and it's believable. It's like I can believe as a huge Star Trek fan, and I'm a Transformers fan, but not like a huge Transformers fan.
You like them, but you're not.
I can't name half the people that show up in this. I mean, it's really just the handful that we're in. There is one female Transformer in here that I do not recognize.
It looks like it's mostly the first generation of Transformers too.
It is, but this other one, RC's in here from the movie, so I don't know what's up with that. But anyway, if you love Transformers, if you love Star Trek, if you love one or the other, you need to check this out. This is a 5-issue series, I believe, and we're on issue number 2. Oh, it's so good, especially the artwork, top notch.
My next book is Cemetery Beach, number 3. All right. You ready? These are names I can actually pronounce. Warren Ellis is the writer, and Jason Howard is the artist.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm about like 82.5% sure. I like to think of this as just an action comedy, like an action movie. Like, there's not a whole lot of script and dialogue going on, but there's some really cool explosions and chase scenes, and just it's over the top. But
so it's a Michael Bay movie?
Or... Michael Bay movie, but not soul sucking. You can still feel good about reading it when you're done. The premise is that they're back in the 20s or 30s. We found like a Stargate system, colonized this planet. I think it's actually specifically Mars. And they went rogue. They shut down. They didn't come back to Earth or anything. And this is so many years in the future where it's like, well, they've developed their own alternate future tech than what we have today. And our own people send the guy there to investigate, and we find out what's going on. And it's just a whole bunch of running, shooting, stabbing, explosions. It's awesome. It's just fun and ridiculous, and it's a nice light read that has killer mutated evil bad guys. Yeah.
And issue number 1 was your pick when it came out.
And issue number 1 was my first was pick when it came out. And
what happened with issue number 2?
Issue 2 was also fun,
but it was not his pick.
But it was not my pick because there was
something stronger.
There was a lot of good stuff that comes out each and every week. So sometimes I have to deviate away from my stuff.
All right, let's go to a great graphic novel out just in time for the holidays. This is... I almost said a different name. This is The Fade Out, the complete series. This was a 12-issue mini-series written by Ed Brubaker, artwork by Sean Phillips, the team behind All My Heroes Are Junkies, or whatever that is. My
Heroes Have Always Been Junkies.
My Heroes Have Always Been Junkies, Criminal, Fatale... all kinds of stuff.
It's Brubaker. It's awesome.
It's Brubaker. It's Phillips. It is this is my favorite Brubaker Phillips collaboration. It's set in the in late 1940s Hollywood, so kind of in that LA Confidential period, which is a great movie if you haven't seen it. Stars disgraced star Kevin Spacey. But this is so good. So this is crime noir with a dash of Hollywood golden age, kind of, sort of. And it's a murder mystery. You can see the pull quote maybe on here at the top. One of the best graphic novels of the year, says GQ magazine. So this is not just for comic fans. This is for fans of great stories. So this would make a perfect gift for your dad that likes Mike Hammer stories, or Elmore Leonard. James Elmore, actually, is what I meant to say. James Elmore, who wrote L.A. Confidential. It's so good. I have the oversized hardcover of this, which was out about a year ago. This is all collected in softcover now. It's $24.99 for 12 issues.
Which is just a ridiculous, great price. Come on, Marvel and DC.
This will be one of those things. We usually have a list of 5 to 10 great gift ideas in the shop for meeting people's different needs, and I think this is one of those. This will, as I said, it can go to people who like crime noir, people who like great stories, detective stories, mystery stories, just super good. So if for some reason you did not check out The Fade Out when it was released initially in single issues or in single volumes, This is a must buy. Must buy. Highest rating here, A+.
Ooh.
Yes.
All right, so my last thing is going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be books, it's going to be a game. But it's not just a game, it's 3 games in one.
Three games in one.
The 8-Bit Box by... I'm going to pronounce it yellow.
It is yellow.
It is yellow.
Yep.
Cool, like the color, but it's spelled...
Like the band that sang "Oh Yeah" from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
Not spelled that way, though.
No. Yeah, it's 3 games in one. I like the whole nostalgic look of it. It's very retro looking. What's the catchphrase? The first generation board game console. So it is like video game consoles. You can put multiple video games in one console. This is like everything you need for 3 games all in one. And hopefully they'll do expansions. I'm assuming they probably will. More than likely, just because why not? But yeah, there's 3 games into this one thing. We got, looks like Pixoid, Outspeed, and Stadium. One's very similar to a Pac-Man style game. Another one is a racing style game, which looks intriguing. I haven't played it yet, but we will have a demo copy soon. And another one is an Olympic style game, which is cool. So yeah, it comes with enough for up to 8 people up to 6 people for each game. Let's see. The first game is 3 to 4 players. Second game is 3 to 6 players, and the last game is 4 to 6 players. And the age recommendations go up from 6 and up to 8 and up and 10 and up. So yeah, it's a nice little variety to it, where it's 3 games in one. If you don't know what to get someone, like, I don't know what kind of stuff. I want to get him a game, but I don't know what kind of game he likes, or he or she likes. This is your best bet because it's 3 games in one, so it has better odds of getting stuff that they like. 3 games in one. So yeah,
and I think it's a great game for gamers who want to get off the electronic games and play some old school board games, especially around the holidays. Thanksgiving and Christmas are a great time to have board games.
And I was looking through it, it looks like it's a great game for non-gamers too. People that don't play board games.
You can tell. All you need I am the litmus test on this.
Yeah.
I am not I'm not like a hardcore gamer. I do like a lot of different games. I'm also not a video game player. I'm an old school, go to the arcade, play Pac-Man type of guy.
You like the idea of games.
I do. I like the idea of games. I can't fit something else in my life, another form of entertainment. I got comics and movies and books and TV shows, but I want to play the 8-Bit Box games.
So yeah, we will have a demo copy. We're supposed to get it in, but there is a shipping error. Hopefully we'll have it in next week, and with our Friday night games, we can have demo copies and play some of the 8-Bit Box games and have a good time with that.
8-Bit Box.
So yeah. 3 games all in one for only $44.99.
Awesome. Lots of great stuff. There's some giant size issues out this week too that we did not talk about. Uncanny X-Men launched this week. Returns, which is weekly for the first 10 issues.
10 or 12?
It's 10. I thought it was 12, but it's 10. Avengers number 700 came out this week, which kind of lays the groundwork for probably the next year of Avengers stories. All kinds of great stuff. It was a great week, really heavy week. There was a lot of good stuff. I do want to put a plug in though, just on the horizon here. Detective Comics number 994 comes out in December. There is a new creative team. It's Pete Tomasi and Doug Mahnke, Monk, whatever his name is. This was the team on Superman, if I'm not mistaken, when Rebirth started. And I've read this first issue, and it is phenomenal. It's outstanding. So if you've drifted away from Detective Comics since James Tynion IV left, he had that great long storyline with Batwoman and Batman and all his little friends that they were training.
Red Robin.
Yeah, Red Robin.
Yum.
And Spoiler and
Clayface,
like Cassandra Cain, but I don't remember what her code name was. And Clayface, that was the big. Clayface's story was so yes,
hit you right here.
So Shakespearean, but that team has left and done other things. There's a new team.
They're gone.
New team. Pete Tomasi and Doug Mahnke coming over to Detective Comics, starting with 994. Again, I've checked out the first issue, and it blew me away.
Add it to your poll list.
Add it to your poll list so that we have one for you, or your local comic shop has one for you. You don't want to miss it. That is it for this week. If you like this week's episode, please like, comment, and share, and make sure you hit subscribe so that you find out when we add new videos. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again very soon. Say something.
Testing 1 2. Syphilis, syphilis. I got the plague. Syphilis, syphilis.